First, you're gonna cut your pepper in half with a nice sharp knife. Get rid of 1/2, you don't need it. All of those seeds, they don't really taste good. Just make sure you get those out, okay? De-seeded. Now what you're gonna do is just cut this into strips like this, just like that, and then dice them nice and small. Okay. So now we can start on that other special ingredient, which is our onion, okay? You can cut that side off just like this. One hack that I have is you just cut a slice down the center and then you cut where you want, which is I only want half, okay? And that makes it so that this just comes off. It's a good hack, okay? Dice this really small. I like to look away when I chop to just fight through the tears, okay? If I look at it too long, I'll start to cry. If you close your eyes, it just kind of makes it a little bit better. Okay. This is what you're looking for. Okay. I'm gonna take this and put this away. The next part is to get a pan on high heat and put some olive oil in there, just like that. Now you're gonna take your diced onion and pepper and just slide that right into your pan. A good sizzle should never go unnoticed. This is a good sign of things to come, my friends. Okay, look at that. It's marinating really, really nice in there. You wanna make sure that the onions get nice and translucent. That means that they're cooking and caramelizing really well. So now that the onions and peppers are super caramelized, this means that these are ready to go. You can see the color has changed in the onion. That's what you're looking for. Now for the fun part, we have 2 eggs. Good. Perfect. Okay. Crack them in a large mixing bowl and just start whisking. You want it to be highly whisked egg. You want the meatloaf to be fluffy. Okay. Now you're gonna add 1/2 cup of whole milk. Make sure it's whole. Pour that in there. Okay. We have a 1/2 cup of cheddar cheese. Pour that in there. Okay. We're gonna do a little sprinkle of salt. We're gonna sprinkle that in just like that. Great. And of course, some black pepper. Let's get it nice and peppery like that. The last part is to take your caramelized red pepper and onion and just add that to the mixture. So just pour that all in here like this, okay? Good. Just whisk this all together really nice. This is gonna become the base of your meatloaf, plus our secret ingredient, which makes the meatloaf. Okay? You're never gonna have another meatloaf like this. It's insane. So for everybody to see this up close, this is what that mixture looks like. Now, normally, Cracker Barrel will add some Ritz crackers into their meatloaf, or you can add a breadcrumb or some sort of starch, but this is the secret ingredient to make your meatloaf better than everyone else's. And that's to add Cheez-Its instead. Cheez-Its are the best secret ingredient into meatloaf. So I'm gonna show you what to do. Okay? Pour some out like this. Okay? You can put this aside. Okay? We might not need that many, so I don't wanna waste anything. We'll put some right back in the package, okay? Just like that. Now you can just crush these, right? Grab a fistful and just crush them. You want them to be very, very small. This is gonna act like a breadcrumb. Unfortunately, these don't come already pre-crumbled, so you have to do it yourself. Now this is a 1 cup serving right here. We're gonna take our crumble, put that right into the 1 cup right here. This is actually probably exactly 1 cup, which is really good. Now you're gonna take your mixture, add the Cheez-Its right in there, just like this, okay? Give that a good whisk, because now we're preparing it for the meat, okay? So you want everything to be well mixed before you add the meat, because if you don't do that, then it's not gonna integrate well. The best part is right here, 2 pounds of ground beef. Okay. Just take out the whole package. This does need to fill up a whole loaf, so Might seem like a lot, but it's actually not. Okay, dump it in. Okay, one more. Get that all out. Don't let that get in there. Okay. Here's our perfect 1 pound beef. Good. Okay. Now what you're gonna do is just mix this all together. Okay. Mix it all in there. You want it to get nice and ooey gooey. Okay. Oh man, this is gonna be so good. The secret ingredient really is the Cheez-It, because it is just like a breadcrumb. There's really no difference except that it's cheesy. We're already making it really delicious. So that Cheez-It just gives it that extra flair that most people don't know about. So you're gonna beat into the meat just like it's a meatball, honestly. It's really no different than that. Or if you're seasoning your hamburger beef, okay, you wanna make sure that all of your seasoning gets mixed throughout, or else it's not gonna be good. I'll give everybody a little close-up here of what it should look like. Fully mixed in, okay? Do not forget to mix it, okay? Now that we've mixed in the beef, you're gonna spray down a loaf pan like this. Be careful not to over mix your meat because you want it to be tender. You don't want it to be overworked. That is a critical mistake that people make, okay? So here it is right here. We're gonna take this, okay, put it into the loaf pan and smush it down. Be very careful not to use less than the 2 pounds of beef, or else it doesn't fit into the loaf pan. It only fills about half, and it's not gonna come out like a meatloaf. It's gonna be a very sad half loaf. And unless you're okay with that, I mean, it's just not gonna come out that good. So definitely use the full 2 pounds of beef, okay? So now we're gonna put this in the oven at 350. While that's cooking, it's best to be time efficient, and you're gonna make your toppings. So we have a ½ cup of ketchup right here. I'm just gonna spoon that into this little bowl right here. Okay. Ketchup is the main ingredient. So we're almost done here. Now you're gonna add a couple squirts of yellow mustard. Whoever knows how to say this, Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire. We're gonna do a little drop. And then finally, 2 little teaspoons here of brown sugar. Okay. Mix that all together. Here we go. This is gonna be your topping. Okay, this is our meatloaf. It is all done. It smells so good. I'm about to take it out of the loaf pan. Okay. Get yourself a nice little spatula. Make sure that all the sides are nice and loose. Now just get right under it. Just get it right onto a nice cutting board like that. Now for our beautiful sauce. We're gonna take that and lather it on top while it's nice and hot. Now for the cutting. I'm gonna go ahead and cut a nice slice. Oh! Make sure you have a plate ready to go. Look at that. Look how great that looks. There's my sauce just glazed and caramelized right on top. And this is the best secret ingredient you can put into meatloaf. It's Cheez-Its. You would have never guessed it. Look how good this looks. You can tell that it's gonna be amazing. You can absolutely tell. If you like extra sauce, it's great to make some extra. That way you can just lather that right here like that. Just like this, okay. Perfect. Looks absolutely beautiful. I want to just show everybody my creation up close. You can see how juicy the meat looks and how cheesy the meat looks. I like mine to be on the cheesier side, so that's what you can see right here on the top is that nice yellow forming on the crust. And here is what my amazing meatloaf looks like. You can see how creamy and caramelized the topping is. It's almost like a glazed cake, which is what you want. That's what the heat does to it. You can see all of the amazing layers in here. You really want to make sure, that's why it's so important to make sure that you're mixing everything thoroughly, but not too thoroughly, otherwise it's over-tendered. Okay? So this just looks so good. Here is my amazing meatloaf. Here it is. Let me turn it around. There we go. There we go. This is my amazing meatloaf recipe with my secret ingredient that makes it the best meatloaf you've ever had in your life.